You don't know how this is going to taste. I mean, it's bourbon, so it's still going to be pretty good, right? Oh, fuck yeah. Hey everyone, how are you doing this evening? I am preparing a gift for a friend of ours. He's in Washington like we are, which is on the lockdown, and somehow liquor stores aren't considered essential services. I've got to speak to someone's manager about that. So we're going to send him a bottle of bourbon, which is, a lot of people are used to sending a gift of wine or whiskey to a friend, but especially as far as whiskey goes, a little thing I like to do to just make a gift something extra is to include some kind of little accessory with it. Now, people give glasses and tumblers and all that crap, but hard to find bitters can sometimes be fun. Just the other night, there was this really cool cocktail con meetup. It was online on Zoom, and there were really great talks and different cocktails. Like remember the Maine? It was awesome. I mentioned that a few things I like to do are to use either tobacco bitters or to make a special kind of old fashioned. So these little bottles, right, the little half-ounce dropper bottles, you can get 1 ounce, you can get a number of them. They're on Amazon, right? I love these for part of the gift when I'm giving liquor. I print nice little labels on our, Brother label printer. And again, it's saving someone the trouble of trying to track down hard-to-find bitters. In fact, right here, like tobacco bitters is only made by Bitter Queens. So if you're not spotting it, you're waiting to order it online. That's kind of a whole thing, right? By the way, tobacco bitters, as I said in my talk last night, does not contain tobacco. It contains various notes, cloves and spices and cardamom and the like, that are often present in tobacco, but it does not contain tobacco itself. Do not try to make your own tobacco bitters, like with a dram or something. You will leach out the nicotine and other poisons from tobacco, and you will create something lethal. So don't do that. If you want tobacco bitters, Bitter Queens is the way to go. So that right there, I'm going to package it up right next to this, kind of snuggle it in. That's a nice way to give a gift. But over here, you see something that is also, I'm well known for, my beloved black walnut bitters. And this is actually how I make an old-fashioned. Something that I usually just use the black walnut and a little bit of sugar alcohol, which in layman's terms, we would just call that Splenda, kind of Splenda droplets or stevia if you like, because I don't use a lot of real sugar. I'm trying to cut down. Got to do something with this figure of mine as I get older. So if I want to give someone the ability to make an old-fashioned the way I make it, again, black walnut bitters, you can find this online. It's out there on the Amazon and stuff. But why not provide someone with a little eyedropper bottle full? In fact, what I like to really do is give them pre-sweetened black walnut bitters. And the way I do this is to use a 10-to-1 ratio. So for 10 units of black walnut, I will go with 1 unit of sweetness. All right? So how are we going to do that? Well, if you've got you can just do dropper at a time, etc., etc., etc. But if you've got a kitchen scale, perfectly fine, tare it, set it to 0, and start chooching away here. Usually you'll get about 10 grams, depending on if you've got a half-ounce bottle or what. Let's see. Ooh, a little bit much in there. Got a little adventurous. Let's see. No, that's okay. We can make this work. Yeah. If we can get another couple of grams in, so, imagine like 1 more gram and a half. Sure. Yeah, we'll call that, that's fine. That's good enough. Good enough for Ethel and me and the chickens. All right. So there we go. Going to give somebody the ability to make a black walnut old-fashioned. So a little extra tip. Of course, I think some of you noticed we were way up at the top. We're dangerous on the overflow zone. Be sure to squeeze air out of your dropper and draw some up as you're putting it in if you want to give somebody the maximum possible experience. And if you've never tried this, again, why are we doing this? Why are we pre-sweetening? Well, if you want to make a cocktail and you just have kind of run-of-the-mill, work-a-day bourbon, let's say you're at an airport, let's say you're in a hotel or something like that, you don't know how this is going to taste. I mean, it's bourbon, so it's still going to be pretty good, right? Oh, fuck yeah. But if you want to just give it a little something extra, if you want to make my style of old-fashioned, the standard deviation old-fashioned, all you need is to go ahead and just give her a little toot right out of there. There's no like, get out your muddler and your fruit and all that, bit-a-bop, bit-a-boop. Simple, little teeny blast, and now you have a black walnut and slightly sweetened addition to your bourbon, or as I like to call it, a standard deviation. And again, if you like the bourbon you've never tried before, maybe get yourself some Larceny if you still have stores in the area that are open. I don't work for them. I don't know the company. I just know that I'm a big fan of wheated bourbons, and this one works for me quite nicely. So, stay safe out there, stay healthy, and keep your liver finely tuned. Salud. Hey, I've got a package to ship.
Anything fragile, liquid, or perishable?
Yeah, liquid actually.
What kind of liquid?
Is artisan olive oil for my friend.
Yeah, that's legal.